Right. This should be working. Hopefully fine and all. I really wanted to do at least one David Cage game during my holiday break, and I've gotten quite ill, and I'm running out of holiday break, so I think I'm gonna focus on this and also finishing my book. If I can do like 2 things before Wednesday, I will count it a success. It has been a very busy holiday period. Today has been calmer, and I'm kinda thankful for that. Especially considering that I've gotten really ill yesterday, and I spent majority of the day sleeping and moving really, really slow. But hey, I managed to fix my dress. I saw 2 movies. I made a couple of candles. So hey, I managed to do a lot of things that I was putting off from doing during my nice 1 week break. So way! I did things. Now, one thing that I did not expect about Heavy Rain is that it starts playing the moment you turn it on. There's not even any menus, so I had to kind of stop it right at the start. Hopefully this runs fine. I turned down some of its graphics options. Because computer. It's Saturday! 11:22 a.m. and that is such an even number. Wonder if that's an angel number. Should probably Google that. Yeah, you know what? Meaning of 1122. Connection with self and others. Please don't tell me that David Cage used angel numbers for extra storytelling. Ooh. Oh, okay. Be honest, I'd rather our boy was up than down because I hate when the camera sways. Ah. Yeah, this isn't that awkward. Oh, okay. It's a bit awkward when it turns. Wait. Yeah, let's just walk out in our underpants. I'm sure it's fine. To be fair, it is our backyard. Okay, this man controls like a tank. Can I just, like, do the rest of my tasks while never getting dressed? Also, I swear I saw, like, a tiny interact thing in here, and then it went away. Ah! Interacting! Oh, I think it's just this. Fair enough. I can look at the playground from various angles. Not something that I should be doing. Screw getting dressed. Oh no! I thought that this was gonna be where you narrate your life, dude, so that I can understand who you are, but no, you look and smile.
Gone shopping. I'll pick the kids up from school at lunchtime, and then I'll come home to get things ready for Jason's birthday party. Don't work too hard. I love you.
I was about to ask what time is it, but then it's like 11:22 a.m., so... I mean, fair enough. We are sleepy in that. Are we a writer? I mean, I say that, but I get up at like 2 p.m., but that's me. Ooh. You're thinking about
I
shower.
better take a shower and get dressed before I go downstairs.
But what if I don't? Will they just not let me, or can I be the fool that's downstairs in my underwear? Please tell me I
better
can.
take a shower and get dressed
Aww.
before I go downstairs.
I wanted to be the fool in my underwear, but the game is like, no, that makes absolutely no sense. And I'm like, yeah, but we're dead. I like how peeing is optional, but shower isn't. That is not how human function. Oh yeah. I don't really want to be the asshole. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be so awkward. So like he controls like a tank, but on top of that, his head is not screwed to his body. I wish my showers came with dramatic music. Nice ass though. Oh, this is the first time I'm playing through somebody's shower routine. You know, if you just walk off, it will dry off, right? Like, I mean, hair maybe, but... really will. Oh, look at happy you! How happy you are! And like, I look good today, haha! Is this an optional part of the routine? Like, is peeing and washing your teeth optional? Also, this really shakes my table. And my microphone. I hate this movement. I hate this movement too. Especially considering that apparently I am failing to wash my teeth. Good boy. That was a very, very fast shower though. I take a very long time when it comes to the shower. Ooh. Left click. It's like it's our first time shaving, we're that careful. I mean, I never shaved, but at least not with a buzzy thing. I have one time used razors for reasons. My darling, you have been a man for a while, you know how to shave. Unless, of course, he's doing it like it's a potato peeler. Awake?
Nothing like a refreshing shower. I almost feel awake.
Woo! Almost.
I'm as clean as a whistle. Time to get dressed.
I don't actually know how to interpret clean as a whistle, and what the fuck kind of movement is that? Okay, I managed that. Good. I thought he was gonna turn into a sim for a second, like, when he's just gonna do like, shoop! But no, we're putting on pants the normal human way. Look at us and looking like a normal person. We have pants on, we have shirt on. We have actually 2 shirts on. I'm not sure I'm too much of a fan for that, but have to go with that.
Got some time before Grace and the kids get back. Better get some work done.
Oh, look at you being so diligent. I hate going to work. And he's like, yeah, let's better get some work done. What? Being fast and efficient, except really bad at shaving? This is not work. Ah! Oh no! A, D, S, B, A, D, S. Woo! Yes, I'm not great at juggling, but this serves as a fine tutorial. I get to practice how buttons happen. Oh, super slow. Yeah, my brain doesn't like fire up. I need it to fire up, but it doesn't. Like, me getting dressed is not something that takes a while, but I guess your workroom is downstairs, my dude. I don't actually know where you work. Is this where you work? No, this is the bathroom. Okay, so that is the toilet. That is the shower room. This is a very posh house. My house doesn't have a separated toilet and shower. Please continue climbing the stairs because the camera in here makes it very, very hard to go downstairs.
Nice day outside. Maybe I could squeeze in a little garden time.
Garden time, you say? I need to know if he's a writer, though. Because this is... Like, I work from home, and I'm also a tarot reader, but that's, like, not a usual profession. Do you not want that?
It's almost lunchtime. Grace and the kids will be back any minute. I
Coffee?
could go for a cup of coffee. How
Music.
about some music? I'm
Thirsty.
Should be some orange juice in the fridge.
But you just said you wanted
Maybe
coffee.
there's something on TV. I could just relax on the couch until Grace and the kids come back.
Or you can think about things until Grace and the kids come back.
It's stuffy in here. I should get some fresh air in the garden.
I just made you
Grace
go
had a present for
outside,
Jason's birthday.
and then you were like, nah, and we went back inside. Wait. Is that where the coffee exists? Is this where the coffee exists? I just saw orange juice right over there, but you're eating grapes. But you said that you're thirsty. Is this coffee? No, this is the window. Is this coffee? This must be coffee. This is coffee. I am unfamiliar with this guy's house. This guy is familiar with his house. Drink it black, just like me. It's a good thing that my mouse pad is practically the whole thing in length. Apparently we're still thirsty though. I'm failing at shaking the friggin' goose carton. I hope it's not off. I thought that you were checking if it was off, but no, you just don't want there to be weird things inside, I suppose. Aw, your fridge has no food, but it has a whole ass cake. I mean, my fridge has a lot of not very good food. Things that you can grab real fast. Oh, that's typical dad energy. Hey, let me just play with my kids' toys. And then the kid is like, Dad, it ran out of battery. And you're like, ha, I wonder how did that happen. Why are we being so sad? We're about to have a happy birthday party. What is with this music? Did think about getting garden time in. Get garden time in. I'm pretty sure I should step out into the garden. This is not really getting garden in. This is just playing with your kids' toys. And being weirdly sad about it. I don't actually know what you wanted to do in the garden though, my dude, because this looks very peculiarly nice and done.
Hey, take it easy, you're gonna knock me over. So this is your big day, huh?
Am I grown up now?
10
Oh,
years
no.
old. That's not exactly grown up, but you're getting there.
Now, can I drive your car?
And I think you're gonna have to wait a little while for that.
I don't know what it is, but the kids' faces
Ethan,
look weird.
Can you please help me?
I'm coming.
I mean, you had to go very fast. Okay. I only pressed one of them and let it go before like the other one came up. So you just
They've
kind
been
of
so
took it
excited
and then
this morning.
put it
I could
away.
hardly keep them in line in the supermarket.
Oh yes!
How's
You
your
got
day?
real food.
Managed to get any work done?
No.
Not really. I tried, but I didn't really nail it. I hope I get inspired because we're supposed to be presenting the plans to the clients next month.
Ugh, I've got a billion things to do.
Oh,
It'll never be ready before Jason.
Are you like architect then?
Can you please help me? There should be plates in the living room cupboard.
I don't know, I'm trying to get some biscuits out. I mean, lady, I know that you can't see that, but I can see it.
Ethan, I asked if you could help me with the plates in the living room cupboard.
Ethan is having a cookie.
No problem, leave it to me.
Comfort. Huh. I understood the word living room, but I understand what a cupboard is.
Ethan, I thought I asked you to take care of the plates.
Yeah, I'm looking
I forgot.
for...
They're in the living room cupboard, right?
Yeah, they haven't moved since last time I asked.
Yeah, I'm searching for a cupboard woman. Never used this kitchen before. Is this the living room? Is this the cupboard?
That door is always sticking. Give it a big tug.
Let's not break the
That's what my
plates.
mother gave us. Be careful, okay?
Don't worry, I wouldn't want to be responsible for a diplomatic incident with your mother.
Hey, Ethan, you said you were gonna be careful.
I'm sorry, I'll be more gentle.
It's plates, woman. They can take a bit of roughing up. Honey, I did it.
I think I'll go outside and play with the kids.
I think I closed the door. Glass doors are hard though, okay? I'm not the smartest.
That's it. I'm free as a bird.
Hey, 5 minutes, boys, okay? After that, we've got to eat because your friends are going to be here soon.
Okay, we promise, Mom.
Who wants to go first?
Me first.
No,
me
me
first.
Easy, fellas. You can both have a turn.
What are we even doing?
Me first. Me first. No, me first.
All right, Jason. Let's do the helicopter.
Let's not drop my kid. I feel like the world's clumsiest character ever. I'm like, oh no! These are like regular household tasks, but I'm completely ill-equipped to do them.
It's my turn now. It's my turn.
Ah. Ugh.
Okay, Sean, get ready. Here we go.
Come on, Dad. Show us how strong you are. Big muscles.
I mean, your dad just lifted both of you. I think this is big enough. I feel like your dad is sinking into the floor. I don't know why. Just because
Go, Jason.
I have been hurt by quick time events before, I am not the most proficient person ever.
Food's ready, kids. You coming in?
Imagine having kids and actually having to feed them multiple times a day. I vaguely eat dinner, and then at nighttime I vaguely eat
Lunch is ready.
remainder of my dinner. Where is what?
Why isn't Sean at the table? He should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, where's Sean? Oh, he's not here. Ah, okay. Hand control dad goes very bad whenever camera turns.
Ethan, please get Sean now. The meal is gonna be cold.
Yeah, that's all good and all, but why can't they just yell Sean? Jesus. How do you lose a child like that? How do I leave this room? Oh, hello.
Sean? What's up?
It's Merlin. He's dead. He's dead and it's all my fault.
No, it's not, Sean. Of course it's not your fault.
I'd give anything if you could come back to life.
You know, Sean... there's
That is a
some
great
things
performance,
just
kid.
have to
A lot of
happen,
emotion there.
even if you don't want them to.
It's not fair, Dad. It's not fair.
I know. I know.
So then, kid, what did you do with the bird? Why was it your fault? I have questions. Oh, what a shitty day for the kid. I mean, it's like, hey, it's your birthday and there's gonna be a party and everything. By the way, your bird's dead.
Oh, I'd like to have a quick look at some shoes for Sean. Can you watch Jason for a minute? I promise, we won't be long.
Sure, no problem. We're not going anywhere, are we, Jason?
Come on, honey.
Jason!
Oh no.
Jason! Jason! I'll bet he's gone to see the clown. He couldn't have gone far. He was here a second ago. Jason! Jason!
Is that Jason in front of me?
Jason!
The child with the green shirt.
Jason! 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 Jason!
Oh god, they recorded like one yell for this.
Jason, you really shouldn't run her off like that, you know?
Jason, I was walking behind you,
Can I have one? I really
calling
love to
you
have one. Please, Dad.
for the
come
last
on.
like 3 minutes. How are you so ignorant?
Great.
Hey, champ. What's your name?
Jason!
Which balloon would you like, Jason?
The red one.
Here you go. That'll be $2, sir.
Jason, wait for me. Wait for your dad, son. It's really crowded in here.
Jason, why are you such a shithead?
Keep the change.
It is impossible to try on a pair of shoes with this crowd. Where's Jason?
He was here a second ago. I bought him a balloon. I turned around and he just disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean disappeared?
Stay here. I'll go get him. I'll be right back.
I am so stressed over this
Jason!
situation.
Jason!
Oh no, they recorded one yell again. Oh, that's not good.
Jason!
Okay, it's very hard to be stressed about your missing kid when the only way that you can exclaim for him is Jason! 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 I am doing a better job than the voice actor.
Jason! Hey, man, watch it! Jason!
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 Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason!
Did you go outside, my son?
Jason! Jason! Watch it! Jason!
Ooh, ooh, I see a red balloon.
Jason! Jason!
Jason!
How many kids with green t-shirts and brown hair and
Jason!
red balloons is in there?
Jason! Kid! Jason!
What in the actual fuck is wrong with that kid?
Shit!
He grabbed a balloon and he wandered off into the stream. Just like that.
Dad!
You have developmental issues. Okay, that's the street. You're definitely having developmental issues. That helped nobody.
Jason! Oh my god, no!
I mean, it hit your husband first and the car stopped. The car actually stopped. And it literally collided with Dad. Well, good thing we made two of them. At least one of them doesn't have a hearing / developmental issue. How do you even do that? Can you imagine a crowded store? Oh no, I can't imagine a crowded store anymore. Can you imagine going to a big store? That is a lot of people. Also, this game is just in like that graphics like place where it looks on the realistic side enough to look bad. You can go like full on Fahrenheit or Silent Hill, or you can go like to a much newer production, and this just hits like so dead set in the middle, where their faces just look like there's something off about them. It doesn't really ruin the story, but I feel like L.A. Noire did a better job. And I don't remember how this compares to the release schedule of L.A. Noire, honestly. And that game over emotes. You know, I swear there are schools where I live and I'm not used to seeing that many kids. Like, I walk past the thing that's called an elementary school, which I'm pretty sure is an elementary school. I'm still not used to seeing that much children. Also, I hate how that playground is like right next to a road. That just feels really grim. I mean, the air is already brown. It can't be nice to breathe. I was about to say the air can't be nice to read, and it's like, well, duh, Myrta, we don't read air. Thought I was gonna say 20 years later. Now he actually looks a lot better than his children did. The terrain on his face looks pretty good.
Hi, Sean.
My dad.
Dude, I'm happy that you survived the crash and you have a full-on one son. I am gonna call it a success. That's like a 50% success chance, has to be good enough. You know, I wish that people weren't that dramatic. I mean, I know that a death happened, but life happens too. And you can't hang on to things like that. Just because his brother died 2 years ago doesn't mean that Sean can't have a happy life or enjoy his childhood or have happy memories at school. The air does not need to be brown. That is probably the weirdest exclamation that I ever said, but still. Still, the air doth not need to be brown. Fun game. No, I kind of wish that they added load screen. That way I would know if it just decided to commit seppuku on me. Did you decide to commit seppuku on me? No, you did not. Good boy. Oh god, you nearly did, but you did not. Oh no, you moved into the brown air territory. You had such a good house, my dude. I mean, I suppose divorce happened, but... you didn't need to move into the brown head territory. It's very brown.
I wrote a reminder note on the board in the kitchen. Grace has Sean this weekend. Seems like he can't wait to get back to his mother. It's still early. We'll see about the homework later. If Sean is hungry, he can find something for himself.
Oh wow, you're the dad of the year.
Time for a snack. Maybe Sean is hungry.
I wanna look at the newspaper. Origami killer strikes again. 7th victim identified. The police have confirmed that the modus operation is that of the origami killer. And we dropped the paper like we're super disgusted about it. Killings happen all the time. Okay, not all the time, and I get that it's kind of creepy, but I've seen some pretty weird shit as far as people's violence against one another goes. Like, there has been multiple break-ins in this area, and things keep on getting set on fire, and I'm slightly suspicious about that. At the very least, slightly suspicious about that. Like, not my building, but...
It's raining. I'd better get back inside.
No! The rain is very nice. Very pleasurable.
I could shoot some hoops. Clears my head.
Yeah, let's just go and shoot some hoops, dude. I bet that the kid is like, oh no, my dad is shooting hoops in the rain again. That should, yay! Well done, me. Let me just put that ball down. I love the rain. Honestly, this is nice. Even though we're living in the brown sky zone, this is nice. The train is also kind of nice, but I hate the people. It's all the other houses that would be starting to give me a would legitimately give me a panic attack. If this is all the outside I had, I would really want to... Like, I would want to run away from a place like that. Yeah, let me just unhook that and then put it back and then close the door. This is fine. This is fine. I am a rational adult. I am sure I can figure out my own kitchen. Oh, you good boy. You are a good boy. Take care of yourself.
Sean hasn't done his homework yet. It's getting dark. Better turn on the light.
If I know where the light switch is. I mean, that works. Oh no, dude, we don't have any curtains. Just be nice with our kid for a while. Maybe not like touchy, but just nice. Okay? Watch cartoons with them, interact with them. That's what you do. Give a shit about homework. Homework comes and it comes again. You take your time out to be nice. Even when it's a pretty long time. Come on, dude. Cartoon's over. Enough.
Dad, why'd you turn it off? It was my favorite show. Turn it back on, Dad.
It finished!
No, I think you've watched enough TV for today.
Please, Dad, just a little while longer.
I said no, that's enough.
That's not fair. Mom always lets me watch TV after school.
Dude, it's 6 p.m. You should actually do your fucking homework. I would be very bad at children. It's true though. Wait, did I click a button and the door closed? Interesting. I like when door does that. John, I'm coming to interact, son. I have made that decision. I am interacting today.
I might have been a little bit hard on Sean. Sean's sneezing. I think he's catching a cold.
Is that... Nope, that's the toilet. Do I keep my... Is that my phone? I think it's the razor. This is not where Sean is. This is not where I belong. I am happy that I did shoot some hoops in the air.
Leave me alone. I hate you.
Sean, your dad is really awkward, but you haven't done your homework. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Sean. That's very nice of you. You know, this is gonna sound so sad, but I've seen so many people with so many personal tragedies in like the last couple of years. death is almost like a normal part of life again, and...
Come to think of it, if he's not asking for anything, it must be because he's not hungry. It's dinner time. I'd better make something for Sean.
Yeah, it's time to just faint on the stairs, that will help. Don, it's okay, just call the ambulance for your dad, please. Is it morning yet? Well, that would explain why we had a reaction to the newspaper. If I was blanking out and killing people too, I would also be having a reaction to the newspaper. Beautiful nose. I'm having a great close-up of it. To be fair, great eyebrow work. I do love the shade of those eyes. Inches of what? Snow? Probably not snow. The game is really struggling right now. It's like that rain, really difficult to handle. Let me help you game a little. There you go, I told Chrome to fuck off. That helpful. Yes, it is actually helpful.
Men at the desk gotta be able to help.
You speak really fast, my dude.
Been looking for weeks. Hope I hit pay dirt this time. Guess I better take the stairs.
Guess I better take the stairs.
Lauren Winter. Ring any bells?
Ring bells.
Can't say it does. Oh, that Lauren Winter.
I
Third
thought
floor,
I
last
thought
door
he
on the
was
left at the end of the corridor.
I thought he was gonna take out a badge, but no, the dude took out some money. I can't imagine a hotel with those carpets, I'm sorry. I really can't. The shittiest places that I've been in still had like non-carpeted floor. Oh, those are happy noises. I thought that were very, very muffled noises, which would be a very bad thing, but still.
Lauren Winter?
Sorry, I only see clients by appointment.
Wait.
It's $50. I don't kiss and I don't do any weird shit.
Fine by me.
Put your money on the table. You got exactly 10 minutes. When the alarm rings, it's over, okay?
Can we question her while having sex? Also, exactly 10 minutes. That's such a... Wow, that's very interesting timed. Ooh. The fridge. What can we learn about the fridge?
You should take your clothes off. We ain't got all day.
Actually, I'm not a customer.
Shit, a cop. I should have known. What you want, a freebie? Is that it?
I already put the money on the table,
My
lady.
name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective.
I want to talk.
The families of the victims of the Origami Killer asked me to investigate the murders. I came here just to ask you some questions about Johnny.
I already told the police all I know and I have nothing to add. Leave me alone.
Passionate.
I understand, Lauren. I know what you're going through.
Oh yeah? You know what it feels like to find your own son's body on a wasteland? I'm sorry, I don't believe you have the slightest idea what I'm going through, Mr. Shelby.
There'll be other victims if we don't stop the killer. You have got to help me, Lauren.
These
You
must
may know
be
something that can aid the investigation.
the most unconvincing sentences I've
There's
ever.
nothing you can do. My son's dead, do you hear me? He's dead!
I bought 10 minutes of your time, didn't I? All I ask is that you use that time to answer some questions.
You want to pay me to tell you about my son? Is that it? You can buy my body, Mr. Shelby, but my son is not for sale. Get out of here. Get the fuck out!
Well, lady, if I wanted to buy your son, I would be buying a corpse. I want to buy a conversation.
I'll leave my card on the kitchen table. You never know. No point in pushing it. She's not going to tell me anymore. I didn't learn squat. Well, it's worth a try. I gotta get out of here. Well, if you remember anything, the smallest detail, give me a call.
It did have a full 10 minutes. And I feel kind of bad because for her, this was her only kid. The other dude had a spare. At least I think that was her only kid. Does she live in this motel? Because it's very furnished. Guy, are you okay? Inhale some money, maybe it will help.
Lauren! Lauren, open up, baby. It's me.
Troy, what are you doing here? I already told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Sorry, doll, but I really wanted to see ya.
Well, time to involve myself in none of my own business. Those dead eyes, very fitting.
What do you want, asshole?
Lauren, is everything all right?
She's just swell. Now beat it, loser.
Tough guy, huh? Looks like he needs a little lesson from the school of hard knocks.
You again? If you're looking for trouble, you found it. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh god, this is gonna be... Ah! Ah! Prompts! Help me! I can't do prompts!
Troy, stop or I call the cops! Troy, I will call the cops!
I mean, this is a cop. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Oh, I was pressing S. God damn it. You know, for somebody that's like completely out of shape, we're doing pretty swell? No, this is the worst prompt ever.
Asshole. Have you seen you, bitch?
Oh.
Are you alright?
To tell you the truth, I remember having felt better. Oh. Who was that guy?
An ex-client who thinks he owns me. He was getting violent. I told him I didn't want to see him anymore.
In any case, he packs a good right hook.
Mr. Shelby.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a new table, I'm sorry. Lady, don't just... There's a table on the floor! I suppose she's like, what am I gonna do with all of this? I mean, we held our own for long enough. Is this an actual load screen now? I think it is. I'm happy to see one of those. Makes me feel less like we're actually crashing. Good. Don't want to be actually crashing. But putting a reminder like that makes me think that that's what I'm supposed to do to pass the load screen. I honestly think that this is just a load screen. Nice shape mark though. Wait, 0.6 inches, that's like less than what, 1 inch of rain? It is very wet though. The music is so incredibly dramatic. Wait, don't tell me that we work a detective job.
Noted that name somewhere. What was it? Blake. Lieutenant Carter Blake. Yeah, that's it.
Is that you?
Reporters. Already. Huh. They seem well informed.
Are you a different person than the upset dad?
My hands are trembling. I gotta keep my act together. At least for now.
What act?
Goddamn rain. Hasn't stopped pouring since I arrived. I'm really gonna love it here.
The zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
You got a badge or something, Mr. Jaden?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Check. You can pass.
You look like you're wearing eye makeup.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around?
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks.
To be fair, I love the rain. It would be so refreshing. Let's maybe not fall onto people. A good idea. Okay.
Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jayden, Tuesday, October 4th,
This guy got Google glasses.
8:14 a.m.
Whole 8 years early. And why?
There's a railroad track near where the body was left. Same as all the other victims. I've got to find Lieutenant Carter Blake. The crime scene is compromised by all these people. I doubt there'll be many clues left. If there were any to start
I
with.
mean, these are your
The
people!
body must be under the tarp near the lights. Way too many people here. They're trampling all over the crime
Yeah,
scene.
police! It's the police!
And soaking wet. The body is still here.
Good for the body.
Gotta find Lieutenant Carter Blake.
What's with the special glasses? Guys, Blake?
I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake. Thanks.
Oh cool, I thought that you guys were deaf for a second. I mean, tried yelling at my son previously, that's not my son, but... Oh wow, I thought that Blake was God for a second because of that flashlight. Like you turn around and... Blake shines!
Hey, you there! What are you doing? Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning, they told me you'd be here. Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself think here.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Well, are you coming, Jayden? So, what happened? Some guy taking his dog for a piss found a body about 6 o'clock this morning. We don't know much more right now.
I'm sticking
Based on what
awfully
we've seen,
close
looks
to
like
you.
the work of the origami killer. Any witnesses? None yet. Given the neighborhood, I'd be surprised if anybody saw anything. Any news on the coroner? He's on his way, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake.
Do we know the cause of death?
There are no marks on the body. Chances are he was drowned, like the others.
Has the time of death been established?
Based on the rigor mortis, must be less than 6 hours ago.
We are doing the weirdest walk around ever.
Has the body been identified?
No, not yet. We should know more later today. Tony, I don't want to see a single shit-stirring journalist within a mile of here. You got it?
Yes, Lieutenant.
There are a lot of people on the crime scene. Aren't you afraid your men might destroy some clues?
You don't find proof sitting behind a desk. Not in the habit of trampling things into the ground, even if we're not in the FBI.
No, of course not. That's not what I meant.
Listen, I'm a little busy here. Why don't we discuss all this a little later, back at the office?
Oh, no problem. I understand. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. Hey, Jayden, you come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
You know, it's so alien for me to have people who do not wear glasses on the regular.
The body is still here. We should use Ari to examine the body.
I should use my special happy glove. With the very, very special technology out of nowhere all of a sudden. Somebody had to have a technology fetish.
Harry, comment. The victim is lying on his back. No visible signs of violence. superficial wound on the right thigh. Blood analysis suggests it could be post-mortem. Probably a scratch.
What is this technology?
The blood report indicates an advanced and long-lasting state of exhaustion.
Okay.
A small origami figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death. An orchid was placed on the victim's chest. The victim is Jeremy Bowles, declared missing 5 days ago. See reference file.
Okay, this is just a magic man now.
His face is covered with mud, like the other victims.
I think that's just what happens in a wet place.
Impressive. Seems the only traces the killer left are those he intended to leave. He knew exactly what he was doing, right down to the tiniest detail. The body got scratched when it was moved. There may be more traces of blood around here.
He is literally wearing magic.
Interest comes from one of the policemen present on the wasteland.
You can't convince me otherwise.
Strange character, that Blake. Didn't seem too pleased to see me. Harry, Connor. Orchid pollen detected. Probably from the flower left on the body.
Are we gonna follow the magic flower trail?
Orchid pollen. Something the killer couldn't control. Can we trace back to its source? The killer must have carried the body. Gotta be tracks around here somewhere.
I mean, we have a train track. Like, right there. I don't exactly know how you would transport something like that. But you probably could. I mean, like a dead body. What do? Do you like put glasses on a body and pretend that they're not dead? Just be like, this is my Paul buddy here. Oh, okay. What if we do a magic scan? Next to the magic pollen man. Right here. Ooh.
Harry, comment. Pollen particles disappear in the tall grass. It's probably the end of the trail.
This is the train tracks, and they are very active right now. Please, if possible, let's not get hit by the train.
Footprints continue just after the pollen trail. There's a good chance that they're the killers. Harry, comment. There are traces of blood on the fence behind the railroad line. It comes from the victim. The killer came this way with the body and probably grazed it on his way through the fence.
What is this technology? Oh no! I feel like this is the agility check. Like from a friggin... Oof. Oh no! It's not slide on me! Yeah, like from a D&D thing, when your GM is an asshole and they're like, you have to do an agility check for every 20 steps to climb this mountain. That sort of thing, you know? I do feel bad for this dude because I know how bad climbing steep things can be, and he's doing this in a wet and muddy environment as well. So people must be like, what the heck is he doing here? It's okay, I never needed my clothes anyway. Eee! Eee! Oh, so maybe the highway.
There's a good chance that they're the killers.
Is this what my life has become? Just... Tracking... radioactive goop marks?
Harry, Conrad. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. Maybe the killer's car. I think I've seen all there is to see.
And got myself splashed on top of that. I love that this isn't getting in the game.
I think I've seen enough. Better get back to the station before I catch pneumonia.
I actually just realized that we climbed this hill, like half slid up the hill, while wearing super expensive technology on top of us, and we also used our hands to catch ourselves. That can't be a great way of treating technology. Up, that's up again. Okay. I don't know why WSD is as hard for me as it is, but sometimes it is. It is time to leave. Slowly and without thoughts. Honestly, the backgrounds are awesome.
You staying? No, I've seen enough. I'm leaving too.
Oh, thank goodness, the rain is here, for it will wash the mud away. I'm gonna try and pace myself with you. I would ask you to give me a ride, but then I would just have like a car just there, and plus I can't actually pass this line, and this is quite awkward. I can almost remember what a car smells like. It's been forever since I've been in a car. Buses. At most trains. Are like never. And I haven't actually been anywhere for maybe 10 months? And 10 months ago I moved here.
A bat. A fox.
It's not a crab for me, it's like a bug.
A crab.
Funny face, honestly, so none.
A shadow. A threatening shadow.
Is giving anyone anything? Those tests
I have the
even
results
work?
of your MRI scans. Everything seems to be normal. There is no physical damage from the accident. However, I am worried about your psychological condition. I know it's not easy, but you've got to start over, Ethan. You're not responsible for what happened.
Everyone treats me
It's
like
my
I
fault
am.
Jason is dead. He'd still be alive if I'd been looking out for him.
It was an accident. Accidents happen every day. You can't blame yourself forever for your son's death.
What's with this institution as well? Never
Holy
seen anything
Sean.
like this. Unhappy.
I know he's really unhappy. He just can't understand why I seem unable to love him.
And what about you, Ethan?
I mean, that is a very harsh thing to disclose to a small child.
I feel sorta anesthetized, as if none of this was real. Sometimes I tell myself this whole thing is just a nightmare and that I'll wake up at any moment.
It's been 2 years.
Is there something else you want to
Legitimately,
tell me?
so many people are moving on with so many horrible shit. The only thing about this is
No.
That's
This is
the end of this
blackouts.
session. We'll continue this conversation next week.
like I would be very worried
You are
about
lucky, Ethan.
blackouts.
It's very rare to survive such a traumatic accident.
I don't exactly feel lucky, Doctor.
Ethan, you still have a son. You know that you have to like... I can't grieve for him, I suppose. I'll have to get over it himself.
How did things go at school today?
I was punished because I didn't do my homework.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. Next time, we'll really pull it together, okay?
I mean, Sean, you have to learn responsibility at some point.
Do you want to eat something? Is something the matter, Sean?
No, I'm alright.
You're not even keeping eye contact. You're staring into the ceiling.
Aren't you gonna go play with the other kids?
I don't feel like it.
We're just gonna sit here very awkwardly for a very long time.
Sean used to love going to the park, laughing and messing around. Man, he was so happy. But that was before, with Jason.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't go to the same places that we used to go. That would probably help.
What am I going to do to cheer him up?
I don't know, maybe stop taking him where he has memories. Make new ones.
Maybe you're right on the merry-go-round. He saw a boomerang in his bag. He used to be pretty good with one of those. Sean used to love playing on the seesaw. Sean looks so miserable. I wish I could help him. Just not sure I can right now.
I mean, you two also look miserable, so that's something to share in common.
Maybe you'd like to have a turn on the swings.
Maybe ask him.
We're just not communicating. Feels like we're drifting apart.
Yeah, because you're living in your head, darling. I'm trying to do the backpack thing. Human tank controls are weird.
A boomerang? You know how to use it?
No, not really. I can never make it come back.
Can I give it a try?
Let me show you how I lose your toy, Sean.
Gotta be able to improve my catch.
Sean, this should be at the very least entertaining, okay? Your dad's trying. Woo! Yeah! You didn't clap to your dad getting it in the head.
Whoa! You did it, Dad!
Do you want to give it a try?
I won't be able to do it.
Oh, come on, let's try it together. Now, the main thing is to get the right position at the beginning. Now, you gotta throw it straight and a little to the right.
See? This is making memories.
Now, throw it!
I did it! I did it!
You
Dad.
did it!
Good job!
There you go, son.
See? That wasn't so
I feel like we're bonding. I honestly really care about my fake son now. I'm very involved.
I haven't been on a seesaw in a long time.
Well, you're an adult man.
Yeah!
I'm not surprised. Let's not rocket their son. This is important.
Come on, Dad, make me fly!
Let's not do that. Let's definitely not make you fly. It's okay, we seem to be gentle enough. There you go, happy memories with Dad. You are gonna treasure them when your dad's in jail. Okay? We cool? Look, Sean. More happy things.
What about that merry-go-round? I bet I can push you so fast you won't be able to stay on it.
Great!
See, kid? More happy things. They were built for children. We can, like, do kid things.
Go on, Dad, as fast as you can.
I mean, not for adults, so I don't think as fast as you can is a good idea. Thank you, son, for not being stupid and not wandering off so you're not the one that got killed at the start.
Whoa! I think my head is spinning.
Good training for astronauts, though.
maybe not leave.
You want to go play on the swing? I'll push you.
Okay.
No being depressed here, okay? Your dad gets to be all the depressed, you get to do none of the depressed, please. This kind of reminds me when my grandfather
You're not pushing Dad.
I'm trying. The prompts are hard. My grandfather once accidentally, like, hit me. I mean, hit another kid with me on the swing. And apparently that didn't go down well. Your dad's really shit at this.
Why'd you stop?
This is literally the hardest prompt of my life. Because I don't actually understand it. Like, both buttons. That it?
I don't want to play that game anymore.
Oh. I'm sorry, I suck as a father.
Looks like rain's coming. I think you better go.
Okay.
Well, I created a few happy memories, so that will be good enough. Oh, thank God you're picking up your backpack.
I didn't mean what I said before. I was just angry.
You were right to be angry. I wasn't very nice to you either.
I don't even remember what happened before. I was so focused on the prompts. Kid? I need to know if I can buy shit in here.
Hey, Dad, can I have a ride on the carousel? Can I?
Sure. Go pick a horse and get on. I'll get a ticket.
I saw the ticket lady. Oh no, that's the candy lady. Where's the ticket lady? Oh, that would be, it would be in the booth.
One, please. That's $1.
The last time I remember these was when my sister was on one and she was absolutely hating it, but my mother was insisting that she should be on one. I think she was as old as like 3 years old at that point. Could be like 10 this year. Boy, time flies. Oh, yep, forgot. Quick time event, sorry. It's okay. Now, what did I do with my son? At least we didn't go far. But it is nighttime. We lost 3 hours. thing is, there was people here. And like only 3 hours have passed. Surely there's somebody we can ask. What happened? Okay, there had to be more voice lines than this. We lived so close to that park. Darling called the police. It would probably really help them too. Darling actually called the police. Go, I blacked out. I don't know what happened with my son. Even if you lose custody, it's better than a dead son. Don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm a detective. Because that scratch is like a permanent facial feature. I mean, I have acne, but acne is not a permanent facial feature. Acne scars are. Sean! I'm just sitting here drinking cannabis oil like a savage. We bypassed 1 inch of rain! Amazing.
Let's get the formalities out of the way so I can get back to some real work. I gotta see Captain Perry. Orders are orders. Gee, I hate internal politics bullshit.
Bullshit.
I could go for a little Larry time right about now.
Do you think it's gonna take long?
No, he should be finished soon.
A little Addy time. Do you have any games on there? What's with that glove? I hope that you can wash it. Yeah, it does have some games. Whole ass ball. Whole ass wall. Oh. That seems like the most boring way to use this kind of technology, but okay. I suppose the physics are cool. Some people are just staring at me. Are we augmented or augmenting device?
Later. I'll cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Captain. Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI is here.
Jayden, of course. We've been expecting you. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind tagging along? We can talk as we walk.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to introduce myself before getting started, but perhaps there's a better time.
No, now it's fine. We just have to get to the press conference. We have them every day now. Believe me, it's not always easy finding something to tell them. Fortunately, today we have some news.
Another murder! Hooray!
Blake yet?
Yeah, we met this morning.
He has his own methods, but he's a good cop. I'm sure you'll get them well together. Do you know how to tie a knot in a necktie?
I guess.
Oh no!
To be frank with you,
I don't want to fail
this one, but the press are all over us. This origami killer case crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern.
Don't want to fail any of this.
Country, but what do you know? This guy is
Tying a tie.
flowers and origami figures. Work that one out. Then the press get onto it, and we suddenly become the center of the universe.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it, it's none of my business.
But you do look charming, sir.
Of course not. All I'm asking is that you make progress, and fast. The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver platter.
What's with your chin? It's like, see how there's like a pattern? Is that a scar? Cause like it goes down that way and then like that.
Charlie and she'll show you to your office. Check in on the press conference if you're interested. It'll give you an idea of the political climate around here.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to
Sir, yes, sir! Oh no, I'm enjoying this too much. Why is this so much fun? I get to really walk around while...
Captain Perry is doing his press conference now. Might be interesting to have a look.
I'm doing like really... is this the press conference room? I'm just looking at the press conference room.
The body of Jeremy Bowles was found this morning on a patch of wasteland in the East End at about 6:30 a.m.
I think this is the wrong way.
After he was reported missing. An autopsy will be conducted tomorrow to determine the exact cause of death.
This has to be a press conference.
The methodology of the origami killer. The investigation should confirm this in the coming days. The police are continuing to work around the clock to find the murderer as quickly as possible.
Oh, I'm so invested.
Yes.
You said the methodology indicated another victim for the origami killer. Can you be more specific?
An origami figure was found in the victim's hand, and an orchid was placed on his chest. His face was covered with mud, but there were no visible traces of violence to the body. Go ahead.
The Zodiac killer was never identified. Perhaps the origami killer will never be found either.
Oh, thank you for being very optimistic here.
Much chance of that. For the moment, the killer may think he's invulnerable, but in the end he'll make a mistake and we'll be there to arrest him. Yes?
Did the killer leave any written evidence? Perhaps a ransom note explaining his actions? Or
A ransom note on a corpse?
He has not made contact in any way, and we have only the murders to help us understand his motives. Yes. What's the question?
Some people are saying that the police were slow to take an interest in these murders because the victims lived in poorer parts of the city. What do you say to that?
That's absurd. The police make no distinctions between victims based on their social class. It is true that the origami killer seems to choose his victims from the more impoverished parts of town. The higher crime rate in these areas makes the investigation more difficult. Time for a couple more. Yes.
There are rumors that the FBI has sent a profiler to help with the investigation. Is that true?
You seem to be well informed. Yes, we asked the FBI to send us a profiler.
I saw Blake when I
to
arrived.
This investigation.
Maybe I should go talk to him.
We were planning to announce this in the next few days, but
I'll
it
have a look
seems
around the
that won't
station.
be necessary.
Stretch my legs for a bit. Think I need a good cup of Java.
Sources, the town hall's been applying pressure
I
to
should
avoid
get
any
Perry's
mention of a
assistant to show
serial
me my
killer
office.
in order
I
not to
can't
have
wait
an
to get
adverse
to work.
effect on the mayor's election.
I'm dying of
campaign.
thirst.
Do you have anything to say
Where's
about
the
that?
water cooler when you need one?
Speculation.
Strange character, Captain Perry. Seems to be more interested in meeting the press than investigating the crime.
The efforts of the police force, of course.
I mean, I don't think so. I think the press conference just needs to be done.
One question, please, sir. One last question.
Captain Perry, one more question, please.
Case is front page news in all the papers. It's not going to be easy investigating a crime under the glare of all this publicity. This investigation is starting to give me the creeps. Get a hold of yourself, man.
Is it because it's kid corpses? Is it because of the origami figurines? What's giving it the creeps particularly? Oh, coffee. Oh, I love how there's multi-choice. Oh, that's nice. Wonder is it worth joining the FBI just for the coffee? As if FBI is something that you can just join. Apparently the coffee sucks here. Oh, I still drank it, man! Stop being so picky. Or is it because it burned you? Which one is it? I need to find some girl that's gonna... Ooh.
Nice watch.
Oh, it's the present we offer to our new lieutenants. We bought the same model each year for the past 20 years for each promotion. It optimizes everybody's time, and it's the kind of thing that always goes down well. You can contribute to our fund if you like. We're still a few dollars short.
Yeah, sure. I have infinite money.
On my behalf.
I'll be sure to do that, sir.
Captain Perry said you could show me to my office?
Yes, of course. Follow me.
Oh, look at these, all these people doing people things at people hours. Well, I'm tank controlling into every single desk available. Can you actually imagine getting up in the morning and going to work and like having bad coffee and like having an office and...
This is my office?
Come on, it's not that bad. It's a
I'll
room.
take you. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
I mean, it has a chair and it has a desk. And my chair is metal, so I bet that one's a bit more comfortable for your regular person. I honestly prefer metal chairs.
Okay, time to work.
Less cleaning shit.
No time to lose. Gotta get down to work. First, analyze the case files. Wow. More like a big cupboard. Well, I wanted a quiet place to work, and it certainly looks like I got it.
It's very private. Really? I'm sorry. That's not how you treat the things. Come on. Do you really want to be that close to the board? Is that it? I suppose that is it. Oh, come on, don't just leave things on the floor. That's a bad way of doing it.
Step 1. Change the office.
You know what? I do want to see what happens with the fall. Oh, yes! Oh, I love it. Love this. Oh, what kind of technology magic is he equipped with? What about the wave? Oh. Wow. I am sorry, I'm so impressed by The Office right now. Earth! Oh. Earth is nice. I want to see this one. What? It's Mars! Oh, but that's like so dusty. I want to go back to Earth. Earth! Earth! Earth, Earth. I love it. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's go with this. Yeah, this is good. Files. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what this technology is, but it's quite sexy. Yeah, open. Open.
8 victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later, drowned in rainwater.
Hey, it's always raining. Maybe he just stores the kids somewhere nice and then the rain gets in the way.
The killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier.
Yeah, but it's apparently like stationary. It's not like he's going from like state to state or city to city. It's literally like
There's always a
inside one
railroad line
place.
adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall.
Hope he didn't make his own son disappear.
Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on.
Ah, no data. Let me just stare at it.
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined.
How do you know this?
An organized type. He has a car.
Okay, I know how you know that he has a
He's
car.
probably employed, but his work allows him free time.
Yeah, that's how majority of jobs work, man. Who had time to design all of this?
The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83.
Like, seriously? And all the works that I worked in, we didn't even like get proper UI. In one of those, I had to like use the command prompts. That never worked. We literally just like, we have to input like extra commands to just like get to mod tools, and they're very, very junky. Like, they're not finished. You're doing most of it in Chrome yourself. It's really weird. But can you imagine somebody taking the time to design like UI this in depth for a work tool? Okay.
No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on.
I would be amazed at the no prints thing, but it's always found in the rain.
Just one origami store in town.
Yeah, but I mean, you can be making these yourself. They're not that hard.
A common species. That doesn't help much. The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop.
You have thoughts there, my boy, or? Oh, yeah. This is just for my UI interface. Oh, I took a good stare at the map.
Here we go again. I better go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. It's all right. I know I can make it. I know I can make it.
Are we addicted to something, or are we resisting medicine? Like, they're... No, exit. I don't know what Tripto is, but I'm not taking it.
Is everything all right, sir?
No one will see.
This is a very bad camera angle. Okay, we're gonna survive the thing. Okay. We can take withdrawal, whatever, we're taking withdrawal too. Is it because there's a very special device? Is that how we bond with the special tech? I don't know what Tripto is!
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marshall. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about...
Oh god.
5:30, I think. I'm not really sure.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat.
Brown?
A brown coat. And a pair of pants.
Don't remember how my son looked like!
Beige pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I went for a short walk around the park, just for a few minutes. When I got back, the carousel had stopped, and Sean wasn't there.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I don't know. I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Did Sean have any particular difficulties, Mr. Mars? Anything that might have caused him?
Oh, this is so difficult because I literally don't remember anything about my son.
Sean is a sensitive child. Our relationship has been a little difficult recently.
I think his jacket was
Everything
green.
okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
My wife and I have been separated for the last 6 months. But Sean would not have gone off without telling his mother or me.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple of hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
That's grim. But I am the origami killer!
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet. But they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say. But it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason? I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say.
I don't have thoughts right now, it's good. Would losing another one help you with your grief for the first one? That's my question. You know, currently the music is used very, very appropriately. Like it's hitting in all the wrong spots. Yeah, the music is so appropriate. It's hitting me in all the wrong spots. It's hitting in all the right places. There we go. Oh, but I'm so invested. Oh, this is good. I know that this is something that nobody ever wants to watch from me, but this is good. Oh, I love all the food. Oh, the food is super detailed.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. It's the guy that speaks fast. Yeah, let's just stare at the window. Can I buy anything at this store? Oh. Wanted to check the other aisles. I am so fascinated by all of this. I mean, I don't know what we expected. Like, they modeled the whole ass store for no good reason. Could have just forced me to just speak with the man at the till.
Can I help you, sir?
Well, I hope so. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killer. I'd like to...
My eyes are dead.
My son is dead, Mr. Shelby. I have nothing more to say.
Why is everyone so persistent on nothing more to say?
The killer has kidnapped another victim. A 10-year-old boy. Like your son, Risa. I have 4 days before we find his body on a deserted stretch of wasteland.
No one did anything to save my son. Now, please, to move along, sir.
It's literally like everyone's like, not mine, so
I also lost someone I loved.
not my business.
Then you will understand that I do not wish to talk about it.
This is very unhelpful.
Oh, do you sell inhalers? I'm all out, and at least I won't go away completely empty-handed.
In the back of the store, to the right.
Thanks.
Ah, so that's why you modeled the store. Oh, they even have fresh produce. Oh, this is great. No, 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 my target.
Good evening, sir. Are you looking for something in particular?
I mean, he's looking as shady as he can be. Oh my god, are we gonna get into another fight?
Open the register, you dumb fuck!
We're really shitty at these. Already lost one.
Shit, are you deaf or what? Are you gonna open that fucking register?
Left it in the car.
I have the right to steal that money from
Gotta think of something else.
I worked very hard to earn it.
If I could sneak up behind him without making any noise,
What did you say?
be as quiet as
You're out of your
possible.
fucking mind, man! You don't get it, do you? I'm gonna put a fucking bullet right between your eyes if you don't do what I say now!
You shall not be robbing my register, sir. That money is mine. I ask you now to leave before it is too late.
Christ! Goddamn! Hey, you! Come here! I said come here!
God
man.
damn it, I nearly got it.
Hands up! Put your fucking hands up or I'll shoot!
We're a very shitty cop.
Look, it's not worth it. Put the gun down and just walk away.
You giving me advice? I'll give you some fucking advice.
My name's Scott. What about you? What's your name?
Andrew. My name's Andrew.
Do you have anyone you care for in your life? A girlfriend, maybe? A family?
Yeah. A little girl.
I can't believe that we're getting through to
A
him.
little girl. Her name's Jessica.
What would Jessica think if she saw you here? Ask yourself, what would happen to her if things go wrong? Don't panic, let's just stay calm. Nobody here wants to hurt you. We're all just gonna be cool, and everything will be all right.
Yeah. I'm cool, man. Everything's gonna be all fucking right.
You haven't done anything serious yet. If you put the gun away, we'll forget
My
about
hands
what
are
just
literally
happened,
hurting,
and that
and my
will be
right
it.
hand is going numb
Just walk away.
from
Nothing
holding
serious.
his hands up.
Shit, man! What the fuck do you think I'm doing here?
Now, I want you to put the gun back in your pocket and quietly walk out of the store. My friend and I will forget about what just happened, and you'll have earned a second chance not to fuck up your life. What do you say?
Ow, 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 ow. My hand literally went numb. I can't do holding button things. Goodbye. Nice seeing you. Chopping here again. Woo.
1,000 thank you, sir. I don't know what would have happened if you had not been here.
Well, at least I didn't come by for nothing. Have a nice day.
When my boy, Reza, disappeared, I received a letter with a locker ticket inside. Inside the locker, I found this box.
Oh, and you didn't disclose
I
it
don't understand what it means.
at all.
But
What?
I think it must be a sort of
What in
message
the actual fuck,
from the
man?
man who took my son from me.
Can I?
It's like, hey, this is a keepsake.
Please, take the box if it can be of any use to you at all. It did not help me to save Reza, but maybe it will help you find the other little boy.
He should have paid for that inhaler.
I was beginning to think that there was no good to be found in this place. I can see now that I was wrong.
I am glad that all I have to do is prove to the victims that I care by getting involved in their personal lives and saving them from very serious situations. That is how I'm gonna get evidence in order to save this child. Why are these people so selfish? Oh, negotiator, I did something right. The game gave me an achievement. So I gotta say, I'm really, really, really shit with quick time events and tank controls, so... That is some expensive apartment. I don't know who you are, my bro, but you live well. Oh, it's you. Oh, you went... Ah. You got the long end of the stick. Instead of the stick. Are you? No, you're not the mother. Who are you? You're not the mother, correct? I don't know.
If I try to stay busy, it might actually help me get to sleep.
Just sleep whenever you're sleeping.
A hot drink is what I need. I shouldn't take those damn pills again. A hot shower. That'll create the magic of sleep.
So I do like that she's trying to sleep on the couch. That is my preferred play. I mean, I sleep in the bed. What am I even saying? But this is so aesthetic. I dig her place. Not how my place looks like, but I dig hers. I also really dig showers. Where is yours, by the way? You have a bed. Don't like sleeping in it, I suppose.
Goddamn insomnia. I'm totally exhausted, but I just can't sleep.
It just looks to me like you had a nice sofa nap. I mean, you never tried your bed. Is that your front door? Where's your shower door? I swear you must have one, right? You must have like an actual bathroom. And that's what you said that you were gonna do. You were gonna take a shower? Are you a cop? How are you involved? Oh, I like your kitchen too. Oh, this apartment is so much aesthetics. Let's get some work done. Middle of the night, perfect time for work. What are we even doing? What is the work that we were doing? What is our work?
I really need sleep. How hard can it be to fall asleep? Maybe I'll go to bed and give the sleep thing one more shot.
I have a lot of sleeping space. That is not how you use Make yourself comfy. Don't you just lie down on top of things. Maybe it's like really warm in her apartment, but the thing that I absolutely love the most is comfy sheets. Like you change the sheets into fresh one, and you get naked and you just throw yourselves into it, and it's so comfy.
I swear I heard something. Good job, Madison. I think you're starting to lose it.
Well, maybe while I investigate the fridge, I'll hear it again. How about that? You microwave a drink? What do you think kettles are for? I still haven't located your bathroom, by the way. Her apartment is literally like open space. A very open space. So I'm very surprised that she's like, oh, I heard a noise. Where would anyone even hide? Oh. Okay, we have a fast shadow. It just did a sprinty sprint and then stopped. Wow, what a shadow.
I swear that shadow just moved. It's freaking me out. Girl, get a grip. The door's locked tight and you're home alone.
Is it? Oh, that's her bathroom. Wait, is it me or do you have like a stall for... You have a stall for a toilet? Why? It's not like it's public bathroom. Your own. Why are there many showers? Like, for real? Yeah, let's get naked while the Shadow Man is around. Also, I swear David Case just wanted to animate some people being naked. If it was me, I would literally sit down on the floor because that is the most nicest way of having a shower. Just turn it on, you sit down, and you get that water to slide down your back. You know, I'm kind of jealous of her back because she has like a normal back and I have post-surgery scar back. And like welded backbones, so it never looked amazing. I mean, I don't know, my husband doesn't mind it, but... Oh, can you imagine being flexible and having a normal looking back? Oh, thank goodness the shadow didn't get me while I was taking a shower. I would have honestly switched into clean clothes, but that's just me. No, clean shower, clean clothes. That's sleeping pills. They help. I mean, currently you kind of have a house intruder, so that was probably a dumb thing to do, but... Okay, sleep tight, my child. You might just never wake up, but... Things happen sometimes. Yeah, same! I also had a full spinal surgery. A high five on the spinal surgery bit. Like, it shows what people focus on. Like, some people would be like, oh my god, you know, naked person. I'm like, yeah, nice back.
Which door? I'm sure I closed it. Come on, it couldn't have just opened on its own.
I mean, maybe you have ghosts.
I think I'm starting to be seriously scared.
Okay.
Going without sleep is driving me crazy.
But you just had a nap! And some sleeping pills. Did they break off your light bulb?
There's someone here. There's someone in the apartment.
Hi, Cat.
The phone
Oh.
on the desk. I could call for help. The front door. It's the only way out.
Yeah,
If
but
I can
the
reach it,
little-
I still have a chance.
But the little man, I mean, the little woman in your head that's controlling you? She has a cat problem. It's your own door, for God's sakes! Everything is a weapon, if you want it to be. I was actually hitting the wrong button. I was hitting 2. What are you even doing? Don't you think that it's a bit dumb to murder people? Thank goodness I didn't mix up W and V. Oh, there's 2 of them. It's definitely a bit dumb to murder people. I can't believe that I'm hitting the prompts correctly. Did she just lick his ear? She licked his ear. This is so awkward. Wait, we went murdery, then we went rapey. That seems like the wrong way around, dude. Oh, at least it's comfy there. No, we went murdery again. Where are so many? Where did we get all these knives? Okay, you locked yourself in the closet. This is great. And your sleeping pills are kicking it. Oh, there's a third one. There is a third one. Oh, good morning. That was a bit lot of attackers. Yeah. At least you got some nice rest. And a shower in your dream. Shower dreams are great, man. Got a free wash. You get to do it all over again without ever wasting water. But like, come on, unless somebody is like super big of a target, if you break in and you're doing a house robbery, doing a murder on top is like the dumbest thing that you can do. Don't do a murder. Stop at doing a robbery. I know, because there's too many robberies happening right now because a lot of people are very poor. Being a journalist must be so boring in there because you're like literally sitting in front of this dude's like hair and all he's doing is just...
The origami figure in my hand after my blackout. It's the same one the killer leaves in the hands of his victims. I've never done origami in my life. That letter might be linked to Sean's disappearance. I need to show it to the police. What did I do with Sean? I must have done something, but I just can't remember. Goddamn reporters. They've been camped outside my house all day.
Must be a very interesting existence as a
This
reporter.
doesn't make any sense. It couldn't have been me. I couldn't ever have done that. I'm the origami killer. I black out, and then the murdering starts. I know it's me. I'd give anything to know where Sean is now. I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink all night.
Oh, perfect time to sleep.
There's no way back for me if I've done anything to hurt Sean. I couldn't have hurt him. I love him. I love him with all my heart, but what in God's name did I do when he was on the carousel?
What if you stood still for 2 hours straight? You just had a nice street nap. I mean, there's one dude with like a super high-tech glasses.
When the parents came home from church. All their children were gone. They searched and called for them. They cried and begged. But it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again.
Well, we could go to a church. I was gonna have a, what is it called? A razor blade?
I have to get out of here and find out what this ticket is about.
Yeah, maybe show it to the police.
What does it mean? Some sort of fairy tale?
Did that sound like a fairy tale to you?
It looks like the ticket to a locker.
Are you gonna tell me that nobody's camped out at the back of your house? Yeah, they aren't. They're only protecting...
This angel on the ticket. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. I think I know where this ticket comes from. Someone sent me that letter for a reason.
Yep, let's get out of our house. Around the I can't believe that they're not like guarding this side at all. What? Not time to go yet. I always let my cat into my husband's room before I go to sleep, and my cat is like, just time. This has been a lot calmer than I thought it was gonna be. Like, we just snuck a whole ass car out. What the hell? Those people aren't deaf, are they? You're trying to investigate your son's murder. Please do not black out.
Gonna have to make it through the crowd. The luggage lockers. They're on the other side of the station. No time to waste. I need to find... I'm just not gonna make it. I'm tightening up. I can't go on. Maybe I could come back later, when there's less of a crowd. I can't make it. Too many people. Too many people.
Come on. Come on, dude. We can do this. You can do this. It's good. You're facing your fears, bro. Keep at it. You don't need breath. You can stay non-breathing for like over a minute easy. It is completely fine.
Dad.
Apparently you can't stay completely fine for over a minute because I'm pretty sure you just blacked out, bruh.
Dad, where are you?
Your son never actually looked for you.
Jason!
Like, at all. Your son was so dumb that he just ran off into, like, completely opposite direction for no good reason.
Jason!
Jason!
Dad!
Jason!
Did I just bulldoze everybody? Oh, welcome back home! I'm so sorry, you're awake now. I meant to say, welcome back to life, and I don't think you're supposed to be awake right now. My brain mixed up everything, it's fine. I don't know...
Jason! Jason, come back! Jason! Jason, Dad's here, son! The balloon. Gotta get the balloon.
Where?
Jason. It's Jason. He's there. He's right there.
Where's there? Oh, welcome back to reality. Done having your episode, I see. Heavy Rain is so much fun. Iggy, we're playing Heavy Rain right now. Ow. Yeah, I know. I realized that you want out, but we're playing Heavy Rain right now. Please. You see, I am following the luggage man. Yeah, I know, but I'm following the luggage man. Where are the luggages? Actually, is this the locker rooms that I need? Am I where I need to be?
Line 18, box number 3.
Okay, not a friggin' clue where that is, but okay.
The locker number. It's on the ticket.
18-3.
Now I've got to find the right one. A nightmare. The whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. Jason is dead. The lockers. Now I've got to find the right one.
Oh, this is the line. This is 3.
Made it. I made it. I managed to get through the goddamn crowd.
I need 18. That's 12, my dude. 8.
Locker.
Yeah, 18 is like directly underneath.
Line 18, box number 3.
Oh, line 18. Okay. That's 17. Is that 18? Oh, that's 12. Yeah, I know, Biggie. I'm not that great with numbers. So this is 17. Is this 18? Yeah, this is 18. Found 18. There we go. Look at us being good. I'm doing locker shit. We got some shoes. We exchanged a child for a shoe. Good exchange, I say. It's okay. But what's in the shoebox? What? What's a motel room in the shoebox? Am I going somewhere in particular? I need to know these things. That being said, my cat is having a cry. And I will be going to bed soon. So I think I'll have to stop it here. Yeah, I know. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. When we come back, we're gonna be... Why is this good? Why is this good? Oh, for real. I'm gonna be going to bed anyway. I was gonna release the baby. Yeah, ow. It's like, no, wanna be touched. But anyways, thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're gonna continue with Heavy Rain. Toodaloo.